right, I want to start this lesson by giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles and teachers and wise men of great millstone that I learned this truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Salutations out there to the elect. All right, I want to do a quick lesson going into this video. And as you see in the title, it says, President Trump speaks at museum on the Bible. And the word of God isn't for these other nations. First and foremost, let's get that established, especially for these Edomites, you see. And we, those that actually seek the Lord, we that follow, Great Millstone and, the others that follow what they teach, we believe that Trump is Nero, which was an Edomite. We believe that Trump is Nero in the reincarnation, you see. And these Edomites, they're the wicked, you see, because you have three classifications of men on the earth. You have the sons of God, then you have the sons of the sons of men, which are the other nations. Then you have the sons of the wicked, who are these Edomites. And the Lord isn't dealing with these Edomites. So let's play a little bit of the video. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but let's play a little bit of the video, and then I'll get a few scriptures. All right, let's listen to what he has to say on the Bible.
A little involved with museums, because I had the problem with the Smithsonian. We like a little more positivity. It was all about all the bad things.
Salakia, bear with me. It's going to play. Salakia, bear with me.
In our country, I said, what about the good things we've done? So I got a little involved.
Salakia, bear with me.
I got a little involved with that. And they're making, honestly, they're making changes. They were also told what to do by people that came before me, in all fairness. But they're making changes. Big changes are being made at the Smithsonian. But I just want to thank the Green family, because what you've done here is incredible. Thank you very much. For thousands of years, the Bible has shaped civilization, ethics, art, and literature, and it's brought hope, healing, and transformation to untold millions and millions of lives. The Bible is also an important part of the American story. That's why I'm delighted to announce that just moments ago, I have personally delivered the Trump family Bible given to me by my mother. I remember the time she gave it to me. It was used in both my inaugurations and also display at the museum. And I guess it will now be displayed right in the heart of our nation's capital, right here. And that's an honor.
He said his family delivered the Trump family Bible. This devil, you see how he's trying to use the word for his own wicked benefit when it really wasn't given to him in the first place. Let's get a scripture. Let's start right here in the book of Psalms. This is Psalms 50, verse 16. Let's start at verse 16. It says, but unto the wicked, God said, the wicked are you so-called Edomites. You are the children of the wicked, you see, which you're allotted to be destroyed anyway in the end, because it's Bible prophecy that you're going to be destroyed. And it's also Bible prophecy that the earth will be given into your hands for a time, as it states in the book of Job 9 and 24. It says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, you see, who cover the faces of the judges thereof. And he has covered the faces of the true judges, you see, the Most High, his son, the prophets, the sons of God. You see, he painted them all in the image of what? Edomites. A bunch of leprous looking Edomites. All right. It says, but unto the wicked, God said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? You see, what are you doing with my word? It's not even for you, you see. It says, seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee. These devils, they're wicked. You see, the word is righteous. But these devils, they cast the word of the Lord behind them. They don't really care about the word. And those Khazars over there calling themselves Jews, they do plenty of abominable acts in the dark. You see, those secret councils that they have, these Edomites are pure wicked. They wicked. You see, it says, seeing thou hatest instruction and cast my words behind thee. They cast the Most High's words behind them. They pretend to take heed to the word, but it's all for show. They speak with a forked tongue. All right, verse 18, it says, when thou sawest a thief, thou consentest with him, and thou hast been partakers with adulterers. Yep, pure wickedness. These Edomites, they're full of adultery, and they consent to thieves. You see, that's how these Edomites got so rich. You see, Trump, that's how he got rich. You see, he's a thief. A lot of these Edomites, they're thieves. They take the money, they take ideas. They took ideas from the slaves during the slave trade, during the transatlantic slave trade. They took ideas, when they had slaves, they took the ideas that the slaves, came up with, and that they, some of the slaves invented things, and then they took those ideas and profited off the slaves. You see, and a lot of them, they saw what was going on, but they consented with their kind, to steal from the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You see, it says, when thou sawest a thief, you Edomites, other Edomites taking ideas from so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, thou consentest with him. You see, thou hast been partakers with adulterers. You see, these Edomites are full of adultery. It says, thou givest thy mouth to evil, thou tongue frameth deceit. You see, they speak with a forked tongue, full of lies and deceit. America, which is Babylon the Great, is one of the most, if not the most wicked place on earth. It says, thou givest thy mouth to evil, thy tongue frameth deceit. You see, that's why the modern, the descendants of slaves will never get reparations, you see, because because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. These Edomites, they're not going to do the right thing. All right, it says, verse 20, it says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. You see, Jacob was Esau's brother. You see, and that's what Esau does. These Edomites do. They speak against the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They speak against Jake to this day. They show that they still have their perpetual hatred for Jake, which are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you Israelites. It says, thou slanderest thy own mother's son, you see, which Jacob was the son of Rebekah, was the wife of Isaac, and Isaac had two sons, Jacob and Esau. And Esau slanderous, even this day, he slanders Jacob. You see, mocking him and scoffing him and expecting him to be at a low estate always. Verse 21, it says, these things thou hast done, and I kept silent. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself. See, that's what these devils do. Let's play the video. See, that's how they think. They think the Most High is with what they're doing. They think that the Most High is with them, that the Lord is on their side. Let's continue.
Honor. That's an honor.
So like he's going to play.
We're here this morning to discuss the grave threats to religious liberty in American schools. You know what's going on. We all know what's going on. But I will tell you a lot of progress has been made in the last 8 months. Tremendous progress, more than I thought we could make in so many ways. Not only that, the woke agenda is practically gone. It's deep-seated. We have to make sure it's out. It's very bad. It's like a weed. You think you killed it, and then it starts growing again. So
And he's speaking about the real man of the Lord that's preaching the truth. You see, they call it the woke agenda, but it's the truth. The truth is being preached throughout the world, which is showing that these Edomites, their kingdom is going to fall. So they know that they have a short time, like it says in Revelations. Woe to the world and the seed and to them that dwell therein, because the devil is come down having great wrath, because he knows he have but a short time. So they have a short time, and he knows this, that they have to get their new world order, their one world government, you know, flowing in the earth. But they're only gonna come so close until the Lord, he's gonna destroy them. Because the scriptures say when he's about to fill his belly, the Lord shall cast the fierceness of his wrath upon them and rain it upon them while he's eating. So the Lord is going to allow these devils to come close to fulfilling their one world order, but he's going to stop them. Let's continue the video.
So we have to be careful, but it's very, very different than it was. You look at West Point, how proud they are of their heritage. They did something this week which I thought was appropriate. Some of you know what that is. Does anybody know what that is? Yeah, I like it. I like it. Oh, look at who we have over here. We have your associate, Pam, huh? Leo 2.0. Well, we have Leo here. Is he doing a good job, Pam? That's great. He's a DOJ. He's a great man. He's a great friend of mine for a long time.
All right, I'm gonna stop the video. It's 51 minutes long, but I'm gonna stop it, and I'm gonna end the lesson here. But you can watch the video right here on this channel. Stupid ad. So like it, bear with me. But yeah, I'm gonna stop the video right here. Let's finish in Psalms 50. All right, I'm gonna stop the video right here. All right, let's go to Psalms 50. Let's finish up. All right, Salakia. It says, verse 21, it says, these things thou hast done, and I kept silent. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself. You see, and that's how these devils think. They think that the Most High is with them. They think that he is on their side, and that the black people are supposed to be their slaves forever. You see, they're supposed to be ruling, over the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans forever. But that's not prophecy. Prophecy is Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. All right, it says, but I will reprove thee. You see, the Lord is going to reprove you, Edomites, and set them in order before thy eyes. You see, and he's going to set his people in order. He's going to correct them in measure, and he's going to set them in order before you devil's eyes. So that's why you see these, whom you call the black Hebrew Israelites. That's why you see the Israelites out preaching your downfall out, in the streets in many different cities, because that's the word of the Lord being fulfilled. You see, the Lord is setting us in order right before your eyes. And that's why you're going to continue to have men preach the truth out, in the highways and byways about the downfall of Babylon the Great, because it's prophesied to fall. You see, so in the end, these devils are going to be destroyed. And Jacob is the end of the world. Salakia, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. You see, that prophecy is going to be fulfilled. And the Lord is going to set up the divine kingdom that will never be destroyed, like it states in the book of Daniel. And you devils, you're going into captivity. Like the scriptures say, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. All the rape, robbery, and bloodshed your people did, you have to pay for that. And the Lord is balance, which means you're going to pay in the end. And Jacob is going to rule forever. All right, I'll end the lesson here. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekakwadash. Shalom.